What is up, guys? It is Ethan Ryder with Soccer for Us Kids, U.S Kids. I am here today to preview Week 4 of the Premier League season. Week 4 is going to be very exciting as there are a lot of teams that are very well or in very good form that are playing against each other. And it'll be very interesting to see how these teams fare. The first game of the weekend will be Leicester City versus Liverpool at King Power Stadium. Leicester City don't have Jamie Vardy, and Liverpool are in fantastic form. Their spine and Alisson and Van Dijk have played brilliantly. They have the front three that have played brilliantly. Naby Keita has played brilliantly. And I just don't see Leicester City stalling this team for good enough, and they don't have Jamie Vardy. I think with Jamie Vardy, it becomes a closer game. Jamie Vardy is that good of a player. I think without him, they're going to struggle to score with someone like Iheanacho up top. So I do think it's going to be a 2-0, 3-0 type game with Liverpool coming out on top. The next game is Crystal Palace versus Southampton. That's going to be a very interesting game. Crystal Palace and Southampton both have very talented squads, but they haven't quite come to fruition in the last couple years. Crystal Palace have someone like Wilfried Zaha, who is a real game changer, and they look like a very strong side that when their players are performing can beat almost any team in the Premier League. Southampton have someone like Danny Ings that's going to need to score goals for them. So this is a kind of game that I'm thinking is going to be, I'm going to have to guess 2-1 to Palace, or maybe even 2-2. I think this is going to be a really close game, hotly contested, but I think Selhurst Park is going to push Crystal Palace over the edge, giving them a 2-1 win. Someone like Wilfried Zaha will get on the score sheet, and it'll be a very good game. I think Danny Ings could get on the score sheet for Southampton. He's a very prolific goal scorer. And the next game is going to be Everton versus Huddersfield. This is an interesting game, as Huddersfield have been very poor this season, but Everton are losing out with Richarlison not being inside the squad due to a red card, as long as it doesn't get rescinded. As of now, Richarlison won't be playing in this game, and so I think that's going to hurt Everton, but I think they made enough signings in the summer transfer window. Someone like Bernard can step in and really make that difference for Everton that Richarlison made. I think Theo Walcott will step up into that role as a goal scorer as well. Walcott's done very well. I think Cenk Tosun has done very well. So I think Everton can really step up. I think it'll be a 2-0, 3-0 win for Everton. Huddersfield have been very poor this season, and I don't expect them to change that versus an in-form Everton. The next game is Brighton versus Fulham. Brighton and Fulham are two very good sides so far this season. Fulham look like a strong side that are looking to start to gel. They look like they have started that gelling process. I think Mitrovic is a very dangerous striker for them. I think Seri is a very good player. Sessegnon, Kearney, they have loads of talent. Someone like Shirley getting off the score sheet in the last game. And I think Brighton are a very strong side, keeping Liverpool to only one goal and beating Man United 3-2. That's a dang good record to have so far in only 3 games in the Premier League season. I think it's going to be a very close game. It's two very good sides, and I'm finding it very hard to choose sides, so I'm going to guess a 2-2 draw, as both Fulham and Brighton look like two very good teams that are going to do very good this season. But this game, I think, is going to end in a draw. Another game that is on Saturday is Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been a very good side, Chelsea as well. I think Chelsea will come out on top just because of the talent that they have. I don't think they'll play a very good game just because they're still gelling to Maurizio Sarri's style. But I do think they'll have a better game than Bournemouth, and I think they'll come out 2-1 winners in this game. Another game is West Ham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's a very interesting game, as Wolves have been a very good side so far this season. They look like a team that will finish highly, but they haven't been quite getting the results. They just tied Manchester City. They're going to have loads of confidence coming in this game, while West Ham is the exact opposite. They haven't won a game this season, and they look like a side that's going to go down, but I don't think they will. I think they have so much talent in that West Ham side, just from signings and players that they had already, that they're going to be a good side this season. Mid-table, maybe even pushing for a Europa League spot. They just haven't gotten off to the great start. They need to gel. Someone like Felipe Anderson needs to gel with his teammates, and it'll be interesting to see what happens this game. I do think West Ham are finally going to get that win that they deserve. I think Wolves will play a very good game, but they won't quite get the win away at West Ham, and I think West Ham will come away 2-1 winners. Manchester City play Newcastle in the 12:30 game here in Eastern Time. I think Man City are going to beat Newcastle. Newcastle they're not having the greatest season. They look very good, but they aren't getting results. And if you aren't getting results, Man City will definitely punish you. They did tie Wolves, which is very interesting considering they don't have De Bruyne. Does De Bruyne change them that much? But I think Man City are a very strong side, and they will come out. I think they'll come out 3-1 winners in this game just because they're just that much better than Newcastle. I think it'll be an outclassing, but I think Newcastle will get maybe even a consolation goal from someone like Salomon Rondon. Cardiff City play Arsenal. I think this will be a pretty easy game for Arsenal. Arsenal have struggled, but I think Cardiff City don't look up to things in the Premier League, so I think Arsenal will come away with a win in this one. I'm guessing a 2-0 victory for Arsenal. Watford play Tottenham, which is two perfect teams putting their perfect season on the line. Someone, if not both of them's perfect season will go down the drain after this game. I think Tottenham look like a very strong side this season. I think Watford do as well. It is going to be a very exciting game, but I do think that Tottenham are going to come out on top just because of the players that they have. Watford are a very strong side, and they are at home, but they did struggle a little bit against Burnley, but they are at home, and I think it'll be good for them, but I think they're still going to lose in a 2-1, 3-1 scoreline. Tottenham's going to come away victorious. The last game of the weekend will be Burnley versus Man United. This is going to be a very interesting game considering both teams are not playing up to their qualities. This is going to be a Jose Mourinho, I think, masterclass. I think he's going to come out and he's going to play his defensive team and he's going to win 1-0, 2-0. But I think it's highly possible Burnley come out and get the win against Jose Mourinho. I'm going to have to change my opinion that I just said. I actually do think Burnley's going to win 1-0, 2-0 to Burnley. It's at Turf Moor. I think Jose Mourinho, the negativity around this Man United side is just too much for them and they won't come away with the win. I'm looking forward to weekend 4 of the Premier League. I hope you guys are too. And I hope you guys tune in next time after hitting that subscribe and that like button. So thank you guys for watching and tune in next time on Soccer for Us Kids.